Panic, shock, collapse, meltdown, crash. These are the words that you're hearing a lot on YouTube right now in order to get your views when it comes to the housing market, not only here in Arizona, but across the country. And truthfully, I don't think any of those words really paint an accurate summary of what's going on here in Phoenix. Let's just call it what it truly is. The market has shifted, and there are a lot of sellers holding out for ridiculous prices, and buyers just aren't interested. That's it. There's no crash, panic, shock, collapse, any of that. Now, can you buy a home now for significantly less, at least when it comes to the purchase price, than you did earlier this year? Most of the time, yes, depending on the area and location. But that rule does not apply in all cases. And I'm still seeing plenty of homes that are going under contract at record numbers because of a lack of quality inventory. Let me give you a few examples of what I'm talking about. The first one that comes to mind is this one that's in my neighborhood, and I'm calling this one out because, you know, for those of you who might have seen the video that I did where I call out a lot of the investor pricing and some of the ridiculous prices that we've seen in the lower Arcadia market, this one popped up and went pending in about 5 days. And this is a 4-bed, 4.5 bath, 4,500 square foot home, just newly built. I walked through it. I mean, it's a nice house, but 3.2 million. That was shocking to me. That is a number that we have not seen before, and that went under contract very quickly. Another area that comes to mind is Scottsdale, because we're seeing a lot of activity going on in Scottsdale. It doesn't seem to be getting hit as hard when it comes to the buyer's market. I've got a lot of people looking for, you know, nice views and looking for, you know, special properties when it comes to that. And these are a lot of homes that we're seeing, you know, listed for $935, closing for $933. This was something that closed in November. So this is not earlier this year. This is stuff that's happening recently. Listed for 1.3, closing for 1.45. That was in October. What do we got here? We've got a 1169 closing for 1.2. So there's a lot of these. If there's something special about these properties and they have nice views, we're still seeing multiple offers and we're getting over list price in some of these areas, and Scottsdale seems to be pretty popular for that. Now, are there a lot of completely average, nothing special, needs a lot of work, overpriced garbage right now on the market? Yes. It truly is insane to me to see some of these list prices on these homes right now. I was searching around the other day for one of my clients and just scouring the MLS all over town looking for something decent in their search criteria for under $1 million. I looked at 400 homes on the MLS, and maybe out of that 400, there was 12 to 15 that had anything special about them. The rest were junk, nothing special, and I was blown away by some of the pricing. I'm talking about seeing things like people closing earlier this year on a new build for $650 and then relisting for $950 for no reason whatsoever. It's mind-boggling. And going back to my neighborhood in Lower Arcadia, where I had called out some of the overpriced homes that we've seen in one of my videos about a month ago, none of those have gone under contract, and I don't think any of them have even reduced their price. So I don't really know what to call any of this. It just doesn't seem like a crash to me. Now, overall sales are way down because buyers just aren't wasting their time with sellers who aren't realistic. And there are just way too many sellers who either are not truly motivated right now, or they're just stuck on getting a certain number because maybe the neighbor got some crazy number earlier this year down the street. It's that, and people just don't want to give up their low interest rates, which I get, that's understandable. But at the end of the day, what is collapsing? Because sales might be down, but Pricely really is not. At least not anywhere near you would expect it to be with all this crash rhetoric. So with all that said, is there any good news, and what should we expect going into next year? Well, first off, the good news for me is that a lot of the high volume investors that caused a lot of this mess are either now gone or are no longer buying. The iBuyer world will hopefully die and never come back. It's wishful thinking, but I like to dream. Secondly, I'm no expert when it comes to market predictions, but I feel pretty confident when I say we're going to have a very busy spring when it comes to people coming out to visit Arizona. And then what happens is a lot of those visitors might get a little bit of a taste of what Arizona has to offer all of a sudden they're looking for a home here. Make no mistake, 2023 is probably going to be a record-breaking year when it comes to tourism dollars coming here to Arizona. Between the Super Bowl, spring training, and all the other big events surrounding those, there's going to be a lot of money flowing in. Now, will that translate into the housing market shifting back towards sellers a bit? Hard to say, but I wouldn't be surprised. And if you think I'm telling you this because I'm just greedy and I want to try to convince people to buy, that's fine. I get it. Don't listen to anything I say. But for those of you who know me or have spent enough time watching my channel, I think you understand that's not my style, and I am on your side if you are a buyer. And do I think we could see a potential shift back to a buyer's market once the spring season is over and we start to see these amateur investors unload some of their Super Bowl rentals? Again, hard to say for sure, but it seems likely and definitely something we want to keep an eye on. But make sure to let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We want to hear from you. Do you agree, disagree? I would love to get your feedback. And if you have any questions about making a move here to the Phoenix Scottsdale area and want to go over your specific situation, make sure to reach out to us. We're here to help guide you when it comes to the market, and we're also here to help guide you when it comes to finding the best places and neighborhoods to live. We really do get so many people who are reaching out to us, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making the move, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email. However you want to get a hold of us, we got your back. And until the next video, we'll catch you later.